Okay, so this is like my first story time in my first YouTube video in like ages or whatever. And it's gonna be about the time that I got catfish, which was like a year ago, I believe. So me and my best friend, we went down to the bar or whatever in Fort Lauderdale. Mind you, Fort Lauderdale is like a 30-minute drive from us, but it's like the spot you go to on a Thursday night. So he wrote me on this gay app or whatever. Everybody, y'all already know what the gay app is, so don't try to act dumb. Like, I'm an honest bitch, and all my bitches are honest. But every time I like go out to the club or go to any kind of gay event, I usually remove my pictures just like so no one knows it's my profile. Like, it is what it is. So he wrote me, he's like, hey, what's up? We just conversating back and forth. And that's when like we're just texting the whole night, and then like the next morning he was like, can I get your number? And usually when boys ask me for my number and I don't know them, I usually give them this text-free number I have, like, just for a little while until I get comfortable with them. Then, like, I'd be like, oh, well, I just changed my number, so here's my new number, which will be my real number that I use on a daily basis or whatever. Gotta know that trick. So he's like, when can I come see you or whatever? I'm like, I don't know, because I already have plans this weekend or whatever. Bitch, I ain't had no plans that weekend. I just didn't want to, I just didn't play being bothered by a boy. So that's when like Monday came around. I had to like go to work early in the morning. I'd like just change my work schedule or whatever. So then he texts me or whatever, that good morning text and all that other shit. We just texting back and forth the whole day. So then he's like, I want to get to know you and all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool, or whatever. Like, he seemed like a cool person. And he's like, I got something to tell you. I'm like, oh, okay, what you got to tell me? And then he was like, I have a child. Anybody who knows me know that I don't like children at all. Like, don't want children at all. But it was like, okay, whatever. Like, that was before me. I'm trying to grow up and be a different person and whatever. So, yeah, we're just still texting back and forth. So I told him to send me some pictures of him because, like, by this time, bitch, I forgot how the bitch looked. So he sent me pictures. Mind you, like, I'm just going through the pictures. I'm, like, going back and forth. Like, maybe I'm just having a blind moment. Like, the pictures look old as fuck, and they were blurry. So I'm like, something ain't adding up. I'm like, whatever. I'm playing cool. So like, when can I come see you? I'm like, okay. He want to come see me, so like, therefore, bitch, obviously he's a real person, because a fake person who's not the bitch in the picture would not volunteer himself to come see you. So yeah, he came or whatever, like probably like a couple days later. But I ended up falling asleep. Mind you, he stayed back in Fort Lauderdale, so that's like a 30-minute drive for nothing, like, because I was sleeping in a house and I didn't even know the bitch was outside. So I like woke up like an hour later and I got all these missed calls from him saying like, he's outside and like all this other shit. So I was like, oh, well, you can try to come again tomorrow or whatever. My bad, I fell asleep. So he came again like the next day and like the same shit happened. I fell asleep again on this boy. And like I should have just called it a wrap right there, because that was probably God saying like, bitch, don't do it. Like, bitch, that's not a real person in the picture. You are not that bitch who you claim to be. But I didn't listen. So yeah, I fell asleep again like the second day, and he's just making all these blank trips for nothing. I'm like, oh my God, I feel really bad. Like, I really, really felt really bad, because that's a lot of gas to be wasting in time. So, like, it was like Wednesday. No, I don't think he could see me Wednesday, but like Thursday, he was like, he's gonna come back down here. I'm like, okay, cool or whatever. So he came down, and I fell asleep again. Like, all these signs God was throwing at me, and I just was paying them dust. So Friday came along or whatever, and he came back down here or whatever, and he was like, I'm gonna text you this time so that way you don't fall asleep on me. So I'm texting him or whatever. So bitch, he tells me he's outside. So I'm like, okay, cool. Girl, I was walking to the car. Bitch, my heart is beating outside my fucking chest, because I'm like, bitch, I just had a feeling like, bitch, you ain't that bitch you claim to be. So I like, you know, was walking around and I opened the car door and I like, you know, peeked in, you know, make sure like, bitch, who the fuck I'm looking at. When I tell you, this bitch was so fucking ugly, bitch. Like, he was fat, ugly, and like the car had a weird ass stench to it. It just fucking hit me in my fucking face. Soon as I fucking opened the door, I'm like, what the fuck is this? So, bitch, I got in the car or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, cause he did tell me though, I look different in person because I gained weight. So I'm like, okay, he's gonna be fat when I see him. But bitch, he was fat, ugly, and stink when I seen him. So we went to the beach or whatever, and like, I was on Facebook or whatever, and I was like, oh my gosh, that moment, I uploaded a status. Oh my gosh, that moment when you're chilling with someone and you plan on never chilling with them again. So he, as soon as I uploaded it, like, he looked in his phone and he like was looking at me. He's like, "You're okay? You want to go home or whatever?" I'm like, "How the fuck do this bitch know? Like, what the fuck I'm thinking? Like, is it on my face or whatever?" So, bitch, we just still talking or whatever. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go home now because I got work in the morning." Blah blah blah. So, so So, bitch, yeah, he takes me home or whatever. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm never gonna chill with this bitch again. Let me block him now, blah, blah, blah. So I go home and I go on Facebook. And this boy who I was already Facebook friends with, he changes his profile picture. Bitch, bitch. Bitch, y'all thought I was shady. The bitch who catfished me was shady. Like, he changed his picture. Mind you, it's gonna pop up on the newsfeed and we're friends. So I'm like, wait, I just chilled with this bitch and that's not the bitch who he claimed to be. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is some real crazy shit. Like, I could not do anything. I didn't know who to call. I didn't know who to tell. Like, I was just like, how the fuck could you do that if we're Facebook friends? And you like don't have any fucking remorse. Like, you just like don't give a fuck. Like, you like, bitch, I'm gonna change my profile picture. You just chilled with me and what, bitch? And it's like so fucking crazy because like to this day we're still friends on Facebook, but I'm not sure if he knows that I know that, bitch, you ain't the bitch you claim to be. And it's just so weird because he still just be liking shit on my page like we're just like, you know, freaking frag and we just been BFFs forever. And it's like, no. Bitch, I definitely learned my lesson. Never to do it again. And make sure you subscribe and like the video. And I'm gonna do videos like 2-3 times a week. And I'm a hot ass mess, so you're gonna